Hello peeps, Struggle here, welcome back to another, well, I wouldn't actually call that an episode because, I'm, locked on the Star Squadron server, but, actually I more likely have to inform you about that I'm lacking the time to really make an episode, which is sad, but I have other talky stuff I'd like to put in this video as well, because lots of stuff is coming on, right? So let's first explain why I am so short time wise. May is coming up. May means we have every weekend either an exhibition or a street food market where we have to, sell our wares and stuff like that. We are producing the entire week, able to have enough stuff to sell at the weekend. Rinse and repeat, right? 4 weeks of basically having no time at all. That's real life. So let's get you updated on what's happening Starmade wise, because stuff's happening there as well. For once, the Starmade dev crew announced that they are doing a competition regarding fleets. They want user submitted fleets, or at least a few ships, for giving them to their NPC faction in the future. And this is a thing I'd really like to contribute. So I'm building, but I'm not building on the server because, on the server I have these restrictions with I have to mine, and I have to put stuff together, and I can't, use the admin tools to jump out of course and into the other core just by tab F8 and stuff like that. All this stuff really speeds up building, so I don't have it available on the server, which is why I am more likely doing this all in single player. As you noticed, we landed on the runway and the second runway is missing. This is another build project of mine, because this runway here is basically essential for introducing you guys to something else I have announced a few times but never really got to it. So I need a functional runway for the video to introduce you to these new ships. So this is a build project as well. Borst, my buddy who I made the Drone Wars competition with along with Dalmond, has its own competition, actually a racing regatta coming up. If you would like to build some fancy yachts, there's a thread on starmadedoc.net where all the regulations are described. Basically, it has to be a really luxury thing, and with those we are going to race. So I'd like to participate myself as well. The first thing is I need also to build a yacht. And the second thing is we probably are looking for more people to judge our stuff as well. Probably for the regatta we are increasing the amount of judges. All this stuff is coming up. So real life is a big thing, game is a big thing, and actually I'd like to bring the story along here, but to do that I need time, right? And you can't produce content if you don't have time to actually build up something, right? I have so much stuff on my list to do. I'd really like to get some of it done before then continuing the storyline here. I also am not a fan of just throwing out some quickly made videos just to have another video. So this is why I would like to, take my time to produce good videos. So this left me with the only option just informing you about what's going on right now. Now, last episode caused a little bit of a discussion, which I really liked, because was I really ranting? I don't know, I'm not sure. I covered this incompleteness of some features and a response I got from the dev team. If you haven't seen it, you might want to check it out. And I have gotten a few nice comments on them. The one I'd like to read up now is, or I'd like to show on the screen, is from Andy Padmore. And basically he goes like, you know, it's all not that critical because we have the enjoyment of figuring the stuff out that is in the game and that is working outweighs pretty much the frustration you get on other hands, even with stuff that once worked and now is broken. And yeah, he's kind of true with that, because I mean, they break stuff, but they also say it will all get fixed in the beta, and right now we are just adding content, and we do it in a way so we have our 2-week cycle to keep it fresh, also for new players, just knowing that the game is in good shape and the developers care, right? And that's okay. That for me personally, because I would like to produce content, for example, such projects as the shipyard is not as pursued as it would be if it would actually really work, right? Because to have stuff really work, we still rely very heavily on the blueprint system, because everything else is not, you know, as solid as it should be. So I am working around a lot of features pretty much. Also, they recently announced or did this drone mining thing, calling it a fleet update. I am not using these as well, not because they would not work, but just because they are so inefficient compared to that thing, you know? I mean, this thing is awesome when it comes to mining and stuff like that. It is. Yeah, anyway, you don't see me playing along with these new features, and that's okay, hopefully for you guys, because I am touching stuff when I really want to, and I'm touching stuff that actually works. So if you see me not tinkering with something, that does not essentially mean that this stuff doesn't work, but it could be an indication for me not being entirely pleased with it, with the implementation as it is. Another thing besides the comment of the week I'd like to address is I just recently received a really nicely written message on the tubes. He was asking me about whether, like, it looked fun what we do on the server, if it would be possible to play with us. And I don't address this often because it's difficult, because we have to decline a lot. But I'd like to give you my reasoning for us not accepting just people on the server we just want to play with. The thing is, the server is kind of a workplace to the Star Squadron members. So basically we treat the server as an office or a recording studio, which it kind of is, right? I mean, it's a server where we do our recordings on, so it is a recording studio, right? We're using the server kind of as a workplace, and you don't invite people just coming to your office in the real world either, because you need to, you know, keep your stuff where you want it. When people are running a server to produce YouTube content, they kind of stick to also other people understanding those issues. Thanks for your patience. As I said, you will get more content, of course, soonish, but it will be the ship releases, so please a bit patience waiting for that. And in June and July, it looks way better than August. Drone Wars Competition 2 is coming up. If you haven't checked that out on StarmadeDoc.net, you should. Drone Wars Competition first season was really, really fun, and for us, and also to watch, except of one match with which, like, anyway, you have to check it out. June and July look better. August will be pretty much, you know, me playing a lot on the server, I guess. Well, eventually we are, you know, going places and having some real holiday, like no computer around, but that's not, you know, set in stone yet. I am going to make the videos as soon as I have them finished, right? Okay. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.